Good morning, friends. First, let's talk about how the stock market has performed yesterday. So, yesterday in the morning, we saw a gap down opening. Nifty was down 100 points. Then it closed flat. Throughout the day, the Nifty was range bound, and some stocks were in the green in the Nifty, and some stocks were in the red in the Nifty. Bank Nifty was up 0.17%. So even though Nifty was not doing very well throughout the day, mid cap index was up 0.36%. So we saw action in mid caps. The top Nifty gainers were BPCL. The crude oil was up yesterday, and because with the rise in crude oil prices, oil marketing companies stand to gain. BPCL was up. DV slab was up 1.98%. DV slab had come up with good export figures and it was up. Top Nifty losers were Asian Paints, down 1.88%. So, due to the increase in the crude oil price, the crude oil is a raw material for Asian Paints, and that's why Asian Paints was down. Infosys was down 1.41%. Reflecting from the global cues, that is Nasdaq and Dow Jones, which were in the red on Friday. Infosys was also, and most of the technology companies were down. FIs sold net value of rupees 138.8 crores and DIs bought net value of rupees 695.6 crore. So FI figures were not so good yesterday. And in the morning, what are the news that I mentioned about the steel sector? So most of the steel companies were in the green, like Tata Steel, Jindal Steel and Power. Jindal Steel gained around 1.37% during the day. So what are the market cues for today? SGX Nifty is up by 0.2% and Dow Jones yesterday closed at 1.58% up. Nasdaq also closed 1.26% up. And now the Brent crude oil is up by 0.82%. So for the Nifty for today, the global market cues are favorable and we are likely to see a gap up opening today. Yesterday, CPI, that is the retail inflation figures, consumer price index for the month of November were released and it is at 5.88%. So the inflation figures are lesser than expected, and as you know, the lesser the inflation figures, the better it is for the economy. So it is said that the inflation should be at 4% and we can be okay with 2% more and 2% less. So it is around that range of cushion. And the factory output figures, that is index of industrial production, were also released for the month of October and it is minus 4%. But this is an okay figure due to the fact that there were so many holidays during the period of October. So all in all, these figures are good. And one more update is that the government has said that it might lower the windfall tax. So windfall tax is a tax levied on oil refinery companies like the Reliance. So Reliance stands to be one of the beneficiaries of this announcement or one of the updates. So it is not officially given by the government, but the news has come that government might lower the windfall tax if the crude oil price stands at rupees $75 for 2 weeks. The average price for 2 weeks of the crude oil stands at $75. Then the government might reduce, or rather the government will reduce the windfall tax.